Hey Carly, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, awesome. It's time for the June sales report. It's June, isn't it? Is it June right
Yeah,
now?
the
I know.
sun is shining. The weather's changed. I think summer has arrived.
Well, the good news is I was in the swimming pool this morning outside.
Oh,
Yes, my training for the seniors games is coming up in September. It's like 2 months now away.
oh, very
And
cool.
because the aquatic center is closed they close it for a month every year, clean it up.
Yeah,
So we're
maintenance.
outside at Bowen, 6 in the morning, and the water was pretty nice, actually. I was surprised. I was kind of expecting, right?
That's a
Pretty
nice
chilly.
change in nature, and yeah,
Oh
cool.
yeah, the
That's
sun
great.
was coming up. It was, felt quite lucky. How have you
Cool.
been? What did you do, Canada, today, this
I'm
week?
good. We went and had a barbecue with some friends. So yeah, and stained the
Oh,
fence in the wee hours of the morning, right before it got too hot. It was
good job.
double duty. We got something done and we had some fun.
You
So
actually got
good day.
something done. Well, that's good. Well, I tell you what, the market's been getting things done, hasn't it?
Yeah, it
I'm just
has. It's been super busy.
I'm just sharing the screen right now so we can see this update slides you did. Thank you, Carly, for doing this. So we're going to start off right away. Our average price 848, just exactly like it was last year. Now the next number is quite a bit different. 151 homes sold instead of 101, which is pretty much almost a 50% increase. So more
Yeah.
activity, but price the same, Carly.
Yeah. And in the single family home section specifically, right? So a lot of families must be trying to get into the market where they can have the yard and not just one designated parking
Mhm.
space, et cetera, right? It's this category specifically that's been really significantly more busy.
And I think that price range too, that 848. And there's a little bit, I wanted to dive a little deeper into this. So we do 403 listings, 151 sales is only 2.6 months of inventory. So, roughly 3 months it's going to take to sell all those homes. But we mentioned before we started recording that between a million and 1.3, it is pulled as an example. There are 106 single family homes for sale and 21 sold in the last 30 days, which is 5 months of
Mhm.
inventory. And
Yes.
I think you want to take this, just not at first glance and think everything sells in less than 3 months. It doesn't.
Right, especially if that category has more inventory, right? It just moves slower because buyers have more choices. So they're looking for the best in class, right?
Well, yeah, and money's more expensive now, so getting a mortgage is, $1 million house or $1.2 million house is a big deal, especially if they don't have the secondary suites for
Mhm.
income. So
Yeah.
those are staying on the market longer. But certainly activity wise, I just did run some other numbers, 151. Our 10-year average is 142. So, it's good to see
Yeah.
activity there. Now in condominiums, not exactly the same thing going on, is it?
No, it's a slow go, isn't it? So
Four,
yeah.
yeah, $416,000, 25, down from 35 last year, 115 listings, so almost 5 months of inventory for condominiums. So that's something to think about. I think with the condominium market, most of the investors maybe are out right now. They're not pouncing on new opportunities. So it's the single family or single buyer, I should say, not an investor who would be buying a condominium at this point.
Yeah, fair enough. And I think buyers are getting smarter about what makes a good condo purchase, right? They've maybe heard more about their friend lives in a strata and what to look for. And so sometimes these move a little slower just because people have to really dig into what they're purchasing and have a full understanding of what that really means.
Yeah, we talk about that at our seminars. A lot of people still don't understand what strata is like, what it means, the whole shared living thing. If my neighbor 2 doors over, his roof has a problem, well, it's my problem, right? We're in this together, this pool of,
We're we're in this together. That's right.
yeah, one for all for one. That does take a while to get your head around. And then townhomes are 551, down a bit from last year. We're pretty standard with townhomes. It's always 25, 28, sell 84 listings, about 3 months of inventory. I was out showing townhomes yesterday, and one of the things that we noticed, and getting back to stratified, because of course townhomes are stratified living as well,
Mhm.
is it really accentuates that size of the home. is not necessarily a good thing unless you're planning on using all that space because the strata fees are significant.
Oh, right, because they're based on your unit entitlement. So if you've got a big strata property, then your fees are higher, right? Because if the
Yeah.
roof goes or the windows go, right, they need to replace that many more and that much
Well, and
more
it's
square footage.
one of the ones that we were going to look at was 900 and I don't know, $920 a month for a strata fee because it's
Mhm,
almost 3,000 square feet. And you really want to make sure that you're going to use that basement 1,500 square feet. What are you going to
mhm,
do down there with all that space, right? So those tend to take a little longer to sell. But the nice patio homes that are in good shape, they seem to be, moving regularly as they do. And I think a lot of these purchases reflect back to, what people are trying to sell in their single family home. If your home is over a certain price point, it's not going to sell as fast. So um, that's what we're finding there. What else are you finding in the market? Any other tidbits going on right now as we head into summer?
Uh, yeah, it's just it's been there's a lot of activity and buyers are smart. A lot of them have been shopping for a while right now, so we are really feeling in that single family market. I have some buyers that I'm shopping with, and they've seen everything that's in their specific category because we say 403 active listings, but if you're shopping between 7 and 800,000, and half the town is too,
Right.
there's you run out of things to show really quickly. So yeah, we are really finding a shortage of things to see in specific categories.
And the buyers need to be ready because in that price point, there are still multiple offers. We had them last week,
Hmm. Yeah.
where a real nice home under 900, priced sharp, great condition. It's going to attract more than one buyer. So you want to get financing together, right? You had that
Yeah.
experience last week where it wasn't exactly teed up where the way you were hoping, and it really
Yeah.
it really bites in the end, doesn't it?
Yeah, and I think like you don't understand how it affects you until you're in that situation, right? And so then you think it'll all work out, and then your lender just needs one more thing and one more thing and a pre-approval and all the rest of it, right? So it's definitely good to have that considered beforehand, so you're not humming and hawing, can I afford this payment when you're going up in multiples or something like that, right? You've
Hmm.
already considered those pieces.
Yeah, for sure. And if you don't know a mortgage broker, we've got lots of good folks we work with. And Carly, you can help out people with good recommendations and right.
Absolutely.
And those are the meetings you want to have before you go shopping. So make sure you book an appointment to have a buyer interview. It sounds like, oh, geez, it's going to take more time. I want to just go see houses. But the time you spend before is going to pay off when you actually find a house, isn't it?
Yeah, then you can have a focused search and we can get you into properties that really fit your criteria.
Awesome. Okay, holidays. What are you doing? Where are you going this summer?
Oh, well, I'm going to Grand Prairie. My son's going to
Woohoo!
a hockey tryout. So I'm going to have a little visit with my sister at the same time. And so it'll be really nice. And then obviously, we spend a lot of time up at, obviously, we like to spend a lot of time up at Sprout Lake. So we'll be back and forth, which is nice and close. It'll be great. What about
Nice,
you?
nice. We're going to Port Renfrew next week. We
Oh,
went
right.
we went there in the winter and it was just amazing. It's like an affordable Tofino.
Oh, and
Like
it's about the same distance, isn't it? How far is the drive?
it's not far, like a couple hours, I guess.
Nice.
But there was an article online the other day about the high cost of Tofino, $600 or $700 a night
So
over
you
there
can,
now because the demand is so high. But Port Renfrew is just great there. It's nice and quiet. And anyways, so we're gonna go there for a few days. Next week,
oh,
that'll be fun.
nice. That'll be awesome.
Good. Well, enjoy the sunshine. Your number is
250-618-6245.
awesome. Well, have a great summer and we'll talk to you in August.
Sounds good. See you
Okay.
then.